Hello, hello. Here we are coming to you again from the Paranormal World Show, coming to you from 44 different platforms around the world, 3 TV outlets, radio stations, and Roku, and a bunch of social media. So we're getting out there a little bit. And we're also transmitting on Conscious Awakening Network. Wonderful place. You should go visit them. They have about 50 different shows over there that talk about all the stuff that you and me need to know about. And there's some good stuff. So we'll see you there. And I also want to let you know how you can get in touch with me and also with Nori, my co-host on Broadcast Team Alpha. And you go to our website, the broadcastteamalpha.com, and find the contact feature, send us an email, and we will get back to you and see what we can do for you. If you are watching us on YouTube right now, that's the place to be, because that's the only place we can watch the chat room. So you can ask us questions, and maybe we can answer them if you are doing so. And I want to talk about something here that a lot of people are a little puzzled about. Maybe because of good reason. I want to talk a little bit about law of attraction and what a lot of people are missing. Maybe because they don't understand what it is, how it works. Because if you don't understand something and how it works, how can you work with it? It makes it so much more difficult. And yes, there is something within law of attraction a lot of people are missing, and I'm going to see if I can somehow maybe help a little bit on that this time. I got some insights into this from kind of an unusual source. A 7-foot tall guy that comes to visit every so often, not really often, but sometimes. And I learned from a bunch from Nori, my co-host on Broadcast Team Alpha, to be able to ask the right questions. And in regard to law of attraction, she is a double certified law of attraction coach. So that's the go-to person for just about anybody. So let me ask, what is law of attraction? Well, the answer I got when I asked that was, it is a match in vibration across time and perceived distance. Everything else is automatic. And here's a parallel for you. Have you ever heard people say, like seeks like? Or birds of a feather flock together? Or you will become like the people you associate with. It is all related to law of attraction because of vibration. This is why we are doing what we are doing in the Mastermind group that Nori and I put together several years ago. This is why it works so well. We are doing incredible things, like we are creating out of seemingly nothing sometimes. And here's an example. Let me tell you that. The wife of one of our members was in the hospital with this pandemic that was going around. Well, I guess it still is going around according to the rumors. That is providing you're watching TV, otherwise I don't think it is. But he said that his wife was in the hospital and not doing very well at all. She was going down the tubes, she said. She was getting worse and worse. And he asked if we could do something. And he said that the doctors had told him that they were going to put her on the ventilator the next day and also give her that horrendous something or other that I'm not supposed to mention. And we wrapped our mastermind around her and visualized her walking out of the hospital, perfectly recovered and healthy. And at the end of the session, I made a flippant comment, and I didn't really think much about it. I think I was trying to be funny. And I said, yeah, she'll be home tomorrow. And I never gave it a thought. I was just, I think, trying to be funny. Late in the afternoon, the next day, John called me and he said, my wife is home. And the most intelligent thing I could think of saying was, huh? Now, he said that the doctor told her, you recovered so fast, there was no reason for us to keep you any longer. Think about that. Yes, this is true. Join me, join us in the mastermind, and John will confirm it to you. There's another example I want to tell you about really how law of attraction can work and how it can create out of seemingly nothing. There was a lady in Northern California. She had forest fires coming closer and closer to her house, and she was afraid that it was going to burn up. So she asked us, is there anything you can do? And she also said that it had not rained there for over 3 months. Now, there were a few clouds in the sky, not much, but there were some. And we wrapped our mastermind around her house, Northern California, and visualized ourselves standing in howling rain, soaking wet, stomping in the mud, with the rain water running down our face, our hair in the face, and we're just wet all over. An hour and a half after that the mastermind session was over, she called and she said, it's raining. And then she sent me a video of herself standing outside in the rain. I could see the rain coming down. And she was soaking wet, laughing, having a great time. And I still have that video on my phone. See, we have many instances like that also where people desperately need money. And money just shows up from totally unexpected sources. This is what can happen. This is what happens when we synchronize our vibration and what we want through the universal law of attraction to what is already sitting in the quantum field as potentials for physical creation and ready for us to match vibration with and bring it on into our physical reality. You should come and join us sometime. We're all participating in something that is much bigger than what we are. Send us an email and ask to have a link to come and join us on Sunday afternoon at 2:00 p.m. East Coast time. And we also do it on Monday evening and Wednesday evening. Send the email to themastermindconnection@gmail.com. themastermindconnection@gmail.com. And I'll send you the link, and then you can come and check it out for yourself. You see, this is universal law. It's the way it works. We create by this universal law all the time, according to what we allow to dwell in our minds, say, do, feel, and think. As long as we prepare ourselves and do what the law says we need to do, we can expect good results. The rest of this video will speak more to why and how it works, so maybe you should take note. That would probably be a good thing. First, it is important to synchronize both hemispheres of the brain so they can work together and not fight each other. The HeartMath Institute in California have done some extensive research on this, and they get the hemispheres of the brain to synchronize each other. And they have proven it by electronic equipment that show the brain activity and the frequencies put out. And I'll make it short, and this is how. You can put your hand over your heart with your fingers touching where the heart is. Then concentrate on your heart. Breathe in slowly. Hold your breath for a few seconds and breathe out slower than what you breathed in out. Then you visualize and feel the frequency of 0.1 hertz. What I do, I visualize the number 0.1 hertz. So, and also you say and try to create emotion around the words. Say to yourself, appreciation, compassion, care, and gratitude. Sit there and do this for about a minute or so. It will synchronize the hemispheres of the brain. You may have to take some note and write this down, because chances are that you should try it. It may do some wonderful things for you. And I forgot. Yes, here we go. I also wrote a book that will explain a lot more about this. And here's the book, The Spiritual Science, Higher Conscious Thinking, and How to Access the Universal Consciousness. You will find it on Amazon. Just put my name in there or the title of the book in there, and then you can get a hold of it. This will explain an awful lot to you. And also, it will teach you how to use your mind in ways that you normally would think would be impossible. And see, we get drawn to things and situations that matches the vibration we put out. What we think, what we believe, and what we do, and so on. It is the same thing with the universal mind. When we match vibration, we start to draw things to us. And that's where the law of attraction will work miracles for us. But there is something to remember. We do not necessarily get what we want. We get according to what we are and the vibration we put out into the universe. And yeah, here's something. If you do not like what you get or what you have in your life, you need to start looking at what is the vibration you're putting out. What is it in our past that keep we keep thinking about and holding us back? What grudges are we still holding on to? What limitations have we set for ourselves? What do we believe that we can and cannot do? That is important. We all have a unique frequency, which is determined by what we do, we think, believe, what we feel, what we see and visualize. That helps mold that frequency that we're sending out. Other people can feel it, you can feel it, and you transmit this vibration to everyone and everything you interact with. Have you ever known someone we can call an energy vampire? Yeah, I know one. My understanding was that this transmission starts in the brain as a thought. Then it goes to the heart and becomes a feeling and an emotion. Then it goes from the heart directly to the pineal gland, to the non-physical world where it is transmitted out to. You see, the pineal gland is hardwired directly to the heart and to that brain in the heart. There is a small brain in the heart with about 50, 60, 45 to 60,000 neurons. That is the brain that is responsible for most emotions and feeling, which is extremely important when it comes to law of attraction. You are transmitting as a wave, and this transmitting as a wave is created in the heart, actually in the frequency range of a miniature gravity wave, and are allowing what you want and what you desire to piggyback onto this wave going into the universal mind or the quantum existence. This wave leave the physical existence and travel into the parallel or higher vibrations or wherever you send it to find a match. When it finds a match, it latches on and try to start pulling it back. You know, there's a saying, I know you heard it, thoughts are things. So everything visualized, done, invented, somebody thought of it. They created. This was created somewhere else, maybe, but it is sitting in the field, in the quantum existence, in the universal mind as potential for physical creation, waiting for a match in vibration so it can be drawn back and become physical in someone's reality. What if we want something that is not good for us? Oh, we've all done that. Boy, oh boy, I'm thinking back in my past. There were things that I wanted it really bad. I knew it wasn't good for me, but I really wanted it. So I did it anyway. And most of the time that didn't work out too good or did not work at all. But there are times when we want something and we may not know it and it may not be good for us. But that is why we need the two hemispheres to be joined together, left and right, so we can use better discernment. I suggest to make a statement at the end of your request. A statement kind of like, for the good of all concerned, or for the highest good of all. Or you can create your own language that resonates with you. That'll work just fine. Now, the vibration or the frequency you send out will for the most determine what you will get back. So there are variables, there are exceptions to that, where you can bypass these things especially in quick, extreme emotion or fear or things like that. When you want something, that could be done, let's say if you have, this is done in prayer sometimes. If your life is in danger and there's extreme fear and you call out, the universe may answer because of that emotion following the fear. Or there may be spiritual entities on site with you that can help. So there are variables. So let's say for a short moment, if you create a higher vibration than you normally put out, that can work and bypass your normal vibration that you have. To do something like that, you can do what I do, or you find your own way. I think of my mom and visualize her right in front of me. She passed on in 1997, and I went back to Norway to the funeral and all that, but she's gone. But I still love her. I visualize her in front of me, and I keep telling her, I love you, Mom. I love you, Mom. I love you. Of course, I say that in the Norwegian language, so because she probably would relate best to it that way. And I feel the love. See, this vibration reaches into the higher vibration and connects with her. There are times that I know she got the call and I could feel her presence. Also, I have experienced that I could feel and smell her perfume, the one she used 60 years ago, and I remember. While I have this feeling of love with higher vibration, I suddenly switch my attention to concentrate on what I want to create in this moment and get from the field, the quantum existence. Now, this goes into the field and matches, find the match, and start bringing it back to me with a much higher vibration and emotion that I maybe normally would have had. The vibration I send out then follows my attention and can attach the higher vibrational things that I want. That's something to think about. You can work something out like that for yourself. If there is no match, if I can't find a match, let's say I want something that hasn't been created before, then it's unlikely that I will be able to bring anything home until I place it there, both visualizing it in concept and detail. Then I can go visit it later and try to bring it back. Or also, if what I want is so big and unusual that I doubt it will happen, it may be blocked by me. Doubt and disbelief is a very powerful blocker, and we got to do whatever we can to get rid of it. That is why we should spend some time conditioning our mind to believe it is possible. We do that by repetition, visualizing yourself already in possession of what you want, in the present now. The universe only works in present moments. And also, you can use self-hypnosis, but you can lower your lower vibration, and your self-talk got to be good and positive in the direction of what you want to accomplish. The visual images are very important. The belief is very, got to be very strong. You have to believe it's possible. Doubt of it happening, yeah, that kind of kills it. If there are things in your mind that bother you, don't hang on to it. Learn to let go. Love the past. Learn from it. Let go of it. When you think about it the last time, speak to it. Whatever concept it is, talk to it. Say something like, I love you. I love you. I thank you for the learning experience. Now go home to where you came from. I am whole and I am good without you. Or work out a language that resonates with you. That'll work just fine. Allow for your vibration to change up as you grow. Do not regress on old habits and thinking. Quit them. It can hold you back and block the higher vibration life that you are looking for. Now, here's a hard one. You may need to let go of some friends. Friends with bad habits, they're not good for you. You may need some new friends. And it may evolve into also affecting family. You don't have to spend a lot of time with them, and don't be unfriendly to family. But it doesn't mean that you exclude that part of the family. Be polite, but love them from a distance. You don't have to spend a lot of time with them. Your belief, your talk, your action will separate you from them anyway when they are ready to leave, which could be any time, all depending how fast you grow. Have you heard somebody say, I'll believe it when I see it? Yeah. That is usually why they will never see it. Practice being the one you want to be by small talk, in conversations, actions, your affirmations, and your thinking. We can work out affirmations to cover just about anything and everything we do. One of them could be, I am healthier and healthier every day. You know, it depends on what you want. So those affirmations and thoughts and everything, that will raise your vibration, so you start attracting better things and situations. Remember, if it is in your mind, it has been created and will affect your vibration and how you are able to draw things and situations to you from the quantum existence. There's something that is so brilliant. I would love to claim it that I came up with, but I can't. This has been around a long time, and I've been using it, and I tell you, this is good. It is kind of a long saying. It says, watch your thoughts, because they will become your words. Watch your words, because they will become your action. Watch your actions, because they will become your habits. Watch your habits, because they will become your character. And watch your character, because that will become your destiny. That would be a good one to take notes on. And to summarize, how do we raise our vibrations so we change what we are? We work on ourselves. We start studying and associating up, thinking up, better thoughts, talking up, clean up our language, being up, more good deeds, start doing good things for other people, and a lot more. There are a lot of other things you can think of, like good things you can do. Now, in the capsule of information my 7-foot tall friend gave me, there also was, we can only speak to the level of acceptance and understanding by others, as well as ourselves. And we know that because when we talk to other people, if we talk about things they have no clue about, we already lost them. The same thing applies to us. When we get new things, it takes a while to accept it. We have to run it through our filters in our mind and study and find out, yeah, that looks like it is true. Or, no, I don't buy it. We have to make up our own mind, so does other people. We can only speak to the acceptance level and the understanding by others as well as ourselves. And that is really should be a proverb, because you got to remember that when we're trying to convince somebody of something. Anything we do not understand and accept is mostly blocked by the subconscious mind. because that is our filter. We can work on it until it becomes acceptable. And you will believe it is possible. But that is a must. Now, he also said, we create our reality here in the physical and the existence after we leave the physical. So spend some time planning and creating it. Accept it, and it will happen. That's amazing. That tells me that we have a lot more control of our existence, even after we drop the body in the afterlife. Then we are led to believe what religions are telling us here. We got to think twice on that. Because if we believe everything the preacher tells us and the government tells us and the corporations tell us and the people that issue vaccines tell us, there are other people designing our life for us. We should be the designer. There will be some of you out there watching this video saying, yeah, that was interesting. And then there will be a few that are saying, yeah, that was interesting. I will start applying some of those principles and techniques. Those of you, I want to hear from you. I want to know what great things you have created for yourself in the future, because you will. Send this video to your friends or your groups that you're part of. It will help them too. So if you are watching this on YouTube and like what you heard, please subscribe. It will help us a lot. And until next time, be good to each other.